This show is brought to you by Irresistibility, expert help for women with online dating. Are you experiencing inbox crickets or real-life crazies? It's not you, it's your online dating profile. Let us help you do online dating that leads to real-life love and romance. Go to helpmeonlinedate.com and we will send you the first 2 video chapters of our program for free. You are listening to Single Smart Female.
This is Jen,
And Jen,
letting it all hang out for your love life.
examining your dating experiences and answering your hot topic dating questions.
Just you and us, Jen squared. No topic is off limits and no filters involved.
We are here to help you do dating on your terms.
If you have a question you would like us to answer or would like to immediately upgrade your love life with our collection of classes and exclusive merchandise, meet us over now at singlesmartfemale.com. Single Smart Females. Guess what time it is? It's Jen time.
Holla, Jen Squared, in the house.
On the mic. And we are ready to get started today, bringing you a listener question because we know this is what you want. And it's all the way from Australia.
Off the Gold Coast of Australia. How about that? Lovely. This is from Miss Indomitable and Isolated, who is 31.
And by the way, I love your name. Indomitable.
Ooh, I do too. Okay, so here it is. She writes, "Hi, Jen Squared. Firstly, thank you so much for everything you do. I love the challenges that listening to your podcast presents me with in my own life. I'm so grateful for the compassion and empathy along the way. Secondly, I'm sorry."
Thank you for saying that we're compassionate and empathetic and not mean.
I was just thinking she doesn't know we're really mean. No, I'm kidding.
We're awesome. And she gets it. So thank you.
Secondly, I'm sorry this is long. My words got out of hand. I'm hoping you can give me some guidance when it comes to being balanced with vulnerability and openness. For me personally, I've recently discovered that after a long-term relationship full of hidden emotional and psychological abuse and an overtly abusive separation, I'm unwittingly to shut myself off emotionally. I was and am so afraid of falling into that situation again that I've overemphasized my independence and single, smart, badass status. I don't really open up emotionally, and I'm pretty bad at asking for help. On the other hand, historically, once I've decided to trust and open up, I think I share too much, which opens me up to being taken advantage of, manipulated, and abused. I put a lot into relationships, but my actions are making it so that it's not expected to be reciprocated. And I fully realized this in a simple interaction last week. The guy I'm casually seeing and I were having a lazy Sunday and we went out to grab a bite to eat. He offered to pay and instinctively I said, "You don't need to buy me lunch, it's okay." I didn't realize it at the time, but later it hit me that I'm setting myself up to feel overlooked and taken advantage of. And these small interactions set the precedent for any relationship. So now I'm totally kicking myself because I absolutely want him and future Mantourage members to buy me lunch and to put the kind of effort into me that I put into everything and to do small, kind gestures. I want to begin to open up and be vulnerable so I can have magical experiences. And so I can find out if this guy or even friendships with my girlfriends is one that I could turn to if I actually need something. So help. How do I start to open up and be vulnerable with him and other men once I build my Mantourage? I don't know if I see a long-term potential with him, but I know I'll never find out if I don't open myself up to it, fully experience it, and be open and vulnerable with creating what I want. I want to have that conversation with him and tell him I realize I am moving in the wrong direction and will be changing my actions. And I want to start to share a bit of myself emotionally with him. How do I balance that with not going too far and sharing too much? Baby steps. When asked if there's anything else she'd like us to know about her love life, she said, historically, I've been a serial monogamist. Funny story, I'd referred to myself that way for a while. Then when I heard you use it on your podcast, I knew I was in the right place. I would pour everything into relationships, always ending up being the carer role and putting myself last. I get taken advantage of and not get what I need. I am fully ready to break that habit and put myself first because I am worth it, damn it. I do have a tendency to hyper-focus, but I think I manage it well. I let him instigate conversations and ask to see me, but he still occupies more of my thoughts than I'd like. I know this will get easier as I start to mantrage date, so bring it on. Oh, and I'm in the last month of completing my PhD thesis, hence the future talk about my mantrage. I need to get through this hurdle first.
Okay, Jen, I'm ready to take the reins. Do you mind?
Please do.
All right, here we go. So, historically, like you've mentioned, you've been a serial monogamous and you've got a lot of different things going on here. But your main question is you want to know how to introduce more vulnerability while still maintaining, you want to know how to be more vulnerable
without being taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to make very clear.
Or oversharing too.
Yes. Very, very good point. So I want to be very clear though, vulnerability is not equal to being taken advantage of. What happens sometimes in vulnerability is we set people up or allow them to take advantage of us. And I know that's going to strike a big nerve with a lot of women, and that's not my intention here. My intention here is to set you up so that you know going forward how to execute this and how to step into it, because it is very magical to be able to step into that vulnerability. But the key to your answer, one of the biggest keys to your answer, you already said, it's baby steps.
Absolutely.
It's 100% baby stepping your way through this process. And when you baby step, even if you feel really good at this, if you baby step and let men earn the opportunity to gain more and unveil yourself and gain more knowledge and vulnerability from you, then it's less likely that he's ever going to do anything to take advantage of you because you haven't thrown yourself emotionally at them from the beginning. And you also give yourself time to learn to trust people. So everybody thinks vulnerability and all this stuff, it's all or nothing. No, it's all baby steps. All freaking baby steps. Especially when you're learning. Now you can take bigger baby steps as you get a lot better at it. I'm able to do big leaps at time in vulnerability. Why? Because I'm really secure in it. I know what I'm stepping into and I know how to step out of it if I need to. That's the difference. But getting there, you make your gates a lot smaller, and that's perfectly fine.
Yes. Absolutely. So, and I think she's also talking about baby stepping, letting men do things for her too, because she's asking about vulnerability, but I think she's also not used to receiving. And so I'd like to encourage you to baby step receiving as well, which would be if you're at the grocery store and a man offers to carry some of your groceries to, as long as he's not creepy, and we always want to be safe. I just want to point that out.
Yeah,
but
of course.
Yeah. But if someone offers to give you a hand with something, even if you don't need it, I practice saying, yes, thank you so much. And it makes them feel good. And I feel good too.
And don't ever use the phrase, you shouldn't have done that anymore. Get that out of your, out of your realm completely. And just learn to say thank you. Jen and I compliment each other a lot. And I make sure every time she says something to me, even if she says something like, you look really nice, and I feel like I look like ass, I just say thank you. I don't qualify it with, what we do as women a lot, which is, this dress, I bought this at the thrift store, or I didn't feel like putting any makeup on. I don't know why you think that, because I think I look like ass.
Right.
So not qualify it. Don't disqualify it with your insecurity. Just say thank you, or say that would be great.
Right. And I have noticed in my time studying to be an adored woman, that more and more men are offering to step up and do things for me. Men that I am dating, and also men that I'm not dating, just men that I meet in just everyday life. And so I tell myself, no, you're going to say yes, you're going to allow it, you're going to receive. So that's another way that you can baby step. And like you said, I love that you caught it. I love that you caught yourself saying, oh my gosh, no, I shouldn't tell him not to buy me lunch. And now you can make that adjustment. And next time he buys you lunch, you can say, thank you, you're so sweet. Maybe touch him on the shoulder. Something, men love that.
Yeah, they absolutely do. But it's very important that you practice that, even if you mess it up a couple of times, that you keep practicing it. I tell women, sit on your hands
Right.
when the bill comes. Don't automatically reach for it. Now, a lot of my very ambitious women, sometimes this is confusing to them because they don't want men to think that they're incapable. Well, men know that you're very capable of paying for your own meal.
Right.
They're not confusing. They're not confused on that whatsoever. This isn't about what men think. This isn't about what society thinks. This is about you learning to receive. And ambitious women tend to be very poor at receiving.
Right.
And it's not that you can't do things. It's not that you have an inability. That's not what you're saying here. But we are not an island as people, and we don't have to be responsible for everything in life. And it is definitely okay to be treated well by a man. Plus, it happens to foster some of the feelings of love that he can develop for you, because that's how men are. When they can do for you, that's how they process their feelings around you more. Plus, they thrive in being appreciated by women. They love that, and they want to make you happy. They can't make you happy, but they want to figure out ways to contribute to their happiness. So that's your job if you want to go into great relationships with men. And I'm not talking about just romantic relationships, is give them the opportunity to do that. By the way, it's going to take a fuck ton load off of your plate, okay? Women are so stressed out these days by how much we actually are handling when we don't have to do it all. So stop. In order to prove that you can do it, stop doing it all. You're not really proving anything at this point. You're just exhausting yourself. Okay, Lover Girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show.
Stepping into vulnerability with men is not a one-size-fits-all process. Feel free to baby step the entire way. This show is brought to you by Irresistibility, expert help for women with online dating. Are you experiencing inbox crickets or real-life crazies? It's not you, it's your online dating profile. Let us help you do online dating that leads to real-life love and romance. Go to helpmeonlinedate.com and we will send you the first 2 video chapters of our program for free.
Hey, Lover Girl, this is Jen again. Don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share Single Smart Female with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you would like to play around and learn more about Mantourage dating, come see me at singlesmartfemale.com. Talk to you next time.